What's going on? We're being attacked! Go warn the Emperor!
Who the hell are you? How did you pass through security and come here? You must be a fool.
I came here to fight against strong warriors. But all I can see are weak ones. What disappointment. I came all the way here for nothing. I will come back here when the people of this planet become worth my time. Apollo, take care of this loser.
Yes, sir.
What? No!
I've wasted enough of my time. Let's go.
I will never forget this moment.
That was literally the coldest opening that I've seen in quite some time. Literally, the ancestors of the Frieza clan are attacking planet Vegeta, trying to find out if they have strong warriors, and they're basically doing the Saiyan thing here, where they are trying to see if they can face off against the strongest people in the galaxy, but they come to planet Vegeta and there's nobody here that can challenge them. So with the ultimate show of disrespect, they, what I assume, kill the king, which is the ancestor of King Vegeta, with a smaller Vegeta, King Vegeta, watching, and then throw a lighted cigarette or space kush right on his head in the most disrespectful fashion. This is how you start an anime.
Did you find what I asked you? The Saiyan we are looking for.
Our soldiers found at Crespo Mount a Saiyan called BARDOCK, and they say his strength is abnormally high.
Abnormally high strength? How so?
It took us an eternity to find somebody just like him, and we finally did. And according to our estimation, he has a potential that no other Saiyan could reach.
I see. I think we should meet him quickly. Zephyr, go approach him right now.
Yes. I won't fail you, sir. Consider it done.
So they're looking for a strong Saiyan warrior in preparation for the King Cold clan to come back and basically destroy the planet or enslave it if they don't find anyone strong enough to face off against this scourge. But one thing I want to show you guys here is your boy is the old man that is talking right here. I forgot that I did lines for this. I am Nesmir. As you guys can see right here in the description below, that's me. And so I remember them approaching me years ago for this, and I never knew if they actually used it at all, and now it seems like they did. It looks like Mondo Cool also got a part here, so honestly, this is probably the best voice acting that I've ever done in any animation, because I've done a few of them, but this one I think I was especially proud of. I never knew if they used it, but I'm glad they did.
So, there's someone stronger than me, huh? It's certainly a mistake, and I'm going to prove it to them.
It's time for training!
What do you want, Bardock?
Come on, wake up! You promised me, Dad.
What do you mean? I don't remember.
I hope he's joking. It's always the same with him. Fine. I'll do it without your help.
Hey, kid!
Oh.
I'm looking for a powerful guy around here. Do you know someone named BARDOCK?
Yeah, he's my dad. What do you want from him?
I just need to talk to him.
You can find him over that way.
At last, I found you, BARDOCK. He won't even look at me.
Tell me who you are and what it is you want from me. Make it quick.
I do gotta say, I love the voice acting in this. I think it's top tier, and that's not just me being biased because I'm part of the voice crew, but everybody else here does a fantastic job. I especially like how they use Bardock's voice in a very Goku way. He sounds just like Goku, so it's almost like you're kind of taking a step back in Goku's lineage, and you're kind of seeing exactly where his power may have come from if there was someone as strong or has as much potential as him in the past. And it shows that he is not special because he's a chosen one or whatever the case is. He's special because of his bloodline and the warrior spirit within him, and this guy Bardock is the guy that they are trying to reach out, so that way they don't get destroyed by the Frieza clan.
I am Zephyr. I'm here to challenge you. That's all.
Very well. Show me what you've got. I won't hold back.
I'll be your opponent. Let's go! You better get ready! Ah! What was that?
I am ready.
Alright, you guys already know what I'm gonna say, but that transformation scene absolutely broke me. This transformation scene is basically not even quasi Super Saiyan. It is just using the potential of becoming a Super Saiyan in your normal form. At first I thought that he had used Mystic of some kind, but now that I'm looking at it and rewatching it, it looks basically that he's using that potential of being able to turn into a Super Saiyan, maybe he doesn't even know that he can, into his normal form. And I just appreciate not only that little tidbit showing that yes, Super Saiyan is the path to power for the Saiyans, it's not Uzaru, but at the same time, I love the exaggerated poses when they go into their elevated key forms. It just looks really cool.
Huh. Yeah! Take this!
Come on, Dad! Show him who's the strongest! Eat this!
What the?
I want to stop it right here at this climactic moment because basically this animation is a precursor to what we're seeing right now in Goku versus Saitama, where everything is extremely fluid, extremely professional looking. This is episode 1 and there are 5 episodes, and before this there was a preliminary series where I think he got up to like 2 or 3 episodes that had his original animation. I think I had mentioned and covered it. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago that I was reviewing it, so this is all brand new. He's updated stories, updated the actual action and the animation, and it's cool because we're seeing like the path to power when it comes to animation process and how people improve over time, and we're seeing that in real time with the Twilight animations.
I didn't expect that. Let's stop the fight.
Tell me, why is it you came here? What do you want?
I was sent by the Emperor. He wants to meet you.
Why does he want to see me?
I still want to tease him a little more. By the way, you hit like a little girl.
No way!
I shouldn't have provoked him.
Yeah, my dad's the best!
Yo, that was such an overreaction to a benign insult. I've never seen anything like that. He just like completely overpowered in that punch, slammed him right in the face and knocked him the fuck out. And honestly, now that I see the full animation of BARDOCK move and what he looks like, I think that it's a great splice between Goku and Raditz. And I like that we have somebody that acts like Goku, looks kind of like Raditz, because linking Raditz to the Sun family is very important to me because he seems like so out of place, especially when you take into account Dragon Ball Minus.
Your Highness, we brought the warrior called BARDOCK. He stood up to Sephiroth without difficulty. This lone Saiyan is as strong as we calculated.
Your Highness, my name is BARDOCK. I am here to serve you. I will do my very best, sir.
You defeated my best soldier. No one did it before you. I was waiting for someone like you for a long time. We need you for a mission.
I am more than happy to help. If it's my fighting skills you require, Your Highness, then I will not fail you. You have my word. Sir, what is my mission?
Decades ago, we were attacked by a monster called Lord Berg. He planned to come back to terrorize our planet. but we will move faster than him and overtake him. We will go as soon as possible with Zephyr. Nesmir will make the preparations needed.
Everything is ready. We can send them tomorrow, Your Highness.
We will leave tomorrow then. I hope my opponents will be a worthy challenge.
Time has finally come. I will avenge my father. I will make him regret crossing Saiyan's way. Father, I will make him pay for what he did to you.
Everything fits perfectly in line here. We have the strongest at the time, Zephyr, think that he's the strongest and actually be sent out to find someone who has unbelievable power or is rumored to have unbelievable power, and then he confronts him with combat, only for BARDOCK to actually come back and be part of the Emperor's crew because the Emperor needs him to face off against this evil threat. It all just makes sense. I like the fact that there's an Emperor too, because I feel like the Saiyans before Frieza definitely were a lot stronger and had a lot more advantages when it came to their society because of the fact that they were uncontested. But once Frieza comes around, basically makes them into slaves.
Alright, I'm ready to leave. Let's get going.
Everything has been put into place. According to our information, Lord Berg's planet is to the far east. But before you go, I need to warn you about someone called Juja. Juja used to be close to the Emperor, Vegeta's father. But he betrayed us and no one knows why.
The Emperor told me he provided battle armor for our soldiers.
Indeed, this is true. He was helpful and showed complete loyalty.
They say he's old enough to have known Yamoshi.
Time is of the essence, and we're wasting it by standing here. Come on, I'm looking forward to starting this.
Just please be careful because you'll find yourself up against many fearsome opponents. Good luck. The Saiyans' pride depends on you.
So it's crazy how in episode 1, the voice actor for BARDOCK sounded like Goku light. He sounded like he was imitating Goku and just doing a Goku voice. But in this, he sounds exactly like Goku. So either the direction changed or whatever, but I like this version a lot more because I like BARDOCK as a character. I like this splice between Goku and Raditz. I think it fits perfectly as the grandpa for Goku. It's such a great direction, and the fact that they are actually taking the fight to the Frieza clan. They are taking the fight to them, sending them like a juggernaut, their greatest warrior. Like, this is their version of Broly, essentially, and they're sending him straight into the gauntlet, into the bear's teeth. That is really cool to me. And the fact that they didn't really expect Juja to turn because, you know, he was their loyal subject, honestly is laughable to me. They should have known from the very beginning that he was a plant, that he was only there to try to draw out the strongest warrior for Lord Berg, for them to be able to fight it out and have a really awesome climactic challenge. That was the only reason that they even were there to begin with. But honestly, this is a great start to this episode, and the voice acting, I mean, I am the old man Nesmir, so I'm kind of biased, but I think it's really great across the board.
I left BARDOCK all by himself. I shouldn't be gone very long. I do hope he doesn't worry in my absence. At last, I'm finally here. I have a strange feeling. I can feel a familiar power in the air.
Hey, you!
Pretty cool that Lord Berg's original home world and the Frieza clan's planet is actually an ice ball. I think that's a really neat touch. Also, giving heavy DBS Broly vibes here.
What are you doing here, kid? Aren't you Bardock's son? Your name is Bardock, right?
I want to know where my dad is. Where did he go?
I sent him far away from this planet. He's on a mission for the sake of the Saiyans' pride.
No way! I'm going with him no matter what!
Bro, Bardock is giving heavy Gohan Son's vibes from Dragon Ball Absalon. Tell me this doesn't seem like the same thing.
We'll have to flee, Rukido.
I'm not a coward.
There'll be no other choice.
I'm not a
Kido,
I'm not a coward.
Kido,
I'm not a coward, Dad.
there'll be no other choice.
I want a story to tell.
Damn it, Rukido, I said leave! Now!
It doesn't matter.
Tell me what you saw in your vision, Juja. It seems like something interesting is going to happen. Tell me more.
Indeed. It's very interesting. 2 Saiyans have landed on the planet. One of those Saiyans is a descendant of Yamoshi.
I see. Do you know anything else about them?
No, I don't know why they've come. They shouldn't be a threat to us, but we should be careful just in case. What are you going to do, Lord Berg?
Since they traveled so far to be here, we'll give them the welcome they deserve. Go welcome them, Commander Delo, and take no prisoners.
Haha! Finally some action! I was getting bored sitting idly by.
You might find your brother Apollo on the way.
I don't need help to defeat those insects. What a ridiculous notion.
First of all, I gotta be fair on my criticism here and my review, but I literally had just said in the last episode that I liked how Goku wasn't a chosen one, but he was only powerful because his grandpa is powerful, and he comes from a long line of powerful Saiyans. I mean, Bardock was powerful, but it doesn't seem like to the extent of Bardock and Goku. But now we have one Saiyan that is descended from Yamoshi, making basically the Goku lineage the chosen one lineage. This is something that I definitely don't like, a predicament that I find myself in here in this animation. On top of that, Juja here is absolutely a snitch. His only ability, the main power that he has, is snitching. That is what he just did here. He snitched on them landing on the planet. So, I mean, the fact that they didn't really see that he was, not a loyal member of the Saiyan race or, a loyal ally, but just a snitch is crazy to me. The positive thing here is that I do like Lord Berg's throne. I like that it's like a seat made out of galaxy, or it looks like the galaxy. I like that bit a lot.
A Saiyan. What a surprise. I wonder why he's here.
This guy has a weird face. I don't like it.
Whoa, calm down, Bardock. Let's not get speciest here.
What are you looking at? You have no reason to be here. Why is Commander Delil here?
And who might you be? Did you come all this way just for me?
I'm here to fight you. But before that, you need to know something. You will perish. I received orders to kill you, so I shall.
Oh, really? And who gave you that order? Not that it matters. You came at the perfect time. I was looking for a good fight. It's cold, and you'll make for a good warm-up.
City boy! City boy! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Come, let's begin.
Who is this guy? How can he resist the commander? This is the first time I've seen someone who's able to stand up to Commander Delil.
You're stronger than I thought. I wasn't expecting that. I'm a little bit curious. Why exactly are you here?
If you must know, I was sent here to complete a mission. I'm looking for Lord Berg. I need to fight him, and you're in my way.
You won't be going anywhere unless you defeat me.
I will do whatever it takes to complete this mission, and you're not going to stop me.
I gotta be honest, this entire animation is just beautiful. First of all, I have never seen such a elaborate ass beating for just a henchman. Usually this sort of animation is reserved for like the big boss, but no, we're having just like the first guy to fight BARDOCK here. The first guy has this type of animation. Now I get it, this is like probably one of the lieutenants or something. He's probably up there in the rank, but still, this animation is really good, and the fight scene that I'm watching is honestly fantastic. And the fact that there is somebody there, a spectator, that isn't as strong as either of them, and he's just kind of like, oh my god, wow, crazy. It just gives me Cell game vibes, where like you have weaker people like being able to evaluate the fight from a distance or whatever. Even in the Frieza saga you had that exact same thing, so I do like the little add-on here because it makes it feel like I'm the one watching. Like this purple guy, the guy that has a weird face, as BARDOCK put it, yeah, it makes him feel like me. He's like me for real.
Time to get serious!
Damn, we got separated. I have to find him. we'll have a better chance of completing the mission together.
Bro, you were right next to him a minute ago. You guys landed in like the same area and they're causing a lot of destruction and a lot of noise. And then they cut to Zephyr here. He's like, man, really wish I could participate in this fight. Jeez, oh well. Maybe I go back into the capsule. I know, more than likely they're separated pretty far, but the way that it's cut, it seems like he's right next to him. Now what's cool about the Lieutenant's abilities is that he is using instant power-ups as he fights. So he is gauging how much power he needs to pull out in a very Frieza-like fashion. Remember in Frieza Saga, when Frieza was facing off against his opponents, he would be like, I'm going to be using 20% of my strength. But you really couldn't see it. In this animation, you can see that he is continuously pulling out more and more power to try to match where BARDOCK is and cause a little bit of damage, or terminate this guy. He's trying to kill this guy, trying to kill BARDOCK, but he's still not there yet. So his attacks are all predicated on his abilities and on where he's at his level.
There's no one here. This planet looks lifeless. What? What is this?
Get lost.
Bro, Zephyr is just useless, bro. He stood there for a long time, and only until the last minute does he see this ambush coming. He doesn't even try to block it. He had some moments here where he could have done something and he didn't do anything. This dude needs to go. He needs to go after this. Really entertaining animation so far. I'm excited to see where BARDOCK goes because he's pulling out the Super Saiyan transformation very slowly.
I'm getting impatient. It's time for me to use all my strength and end this fight quickly. Take this! Up!
After rewatching this scene several times over, it came to me that this transformation, or this ability that uses his ki and explodes his strength and speed really quickly, really drastically, is very reminiscent of Kaioken. It almost seems Kaioken-esque the way he fights. When he attacks BARDOCK, he literally goes in extremely fast and quick to the point where BARDOCK is pushed back. His facial expressions show he is not comfortable fighting in this intense space, and this isn't something that he's used to. Everything coming from this guy is fast, devious, and extremely impactful, and it makes sense because he did say that he was going to end this as soon as possible, as quickly as possible, maybe thinking that the Saiyans, the longer they last in battle, the better they are. He's trying to be strategic about this combat.
What a fight! I knew you wouldn't stand a chance against Commander Delu.
This is what I'm talking about. This guy's ability, his base ability, the way that he uses ki is basically Kaioken. He doesn't say Kaioken, he doesn't use it and it hurts his body, at least not in any sense that we can see right now. It's just the way that he basically acts. He's basically Broly. Broly, his ki keeps going maximum. His ki makes him stronger. So the longer he fights, the longer his ki builds up slowly and it becomes even stronger. This guy can do it at will. So when he's doing it at will, it almost seems like he's using Kaioken. So when he can't beat Bardock in single combat with this level of his ki usage, he bumps it up into that huge spectacle of a flaming inferno, and then he punches him before Bardock could even block. And this was one of the most satisfying punches I've seen this series. This was fan-fucking-tastic.
What the?
Tell me the animation for that doesn't look very, very similar to this. If you weren't sure, Etwalik actually drew both of these, he animated both of these. This is just his newest animation, Goku vs Saitama, but very reminiscent, and honestly, again, cool to see the process of growth for this animator.
Finally, it's Saiyans down.
Good riddance. We won't be hearing from you and you.
What?
So he transforms into Super Saiyan for the first time, and I'll be honest with you, this is the biggest low-key Super Saiyan transformation that I've ever seen. Like, there's not even really any build up to it, really. There's not an epic moment of your best friend getting killed. There really isn't anything besides him just like deciding, all right, I guess it's Super Saiyan time. So I guess maybe he could have gone in it the whole time, or maybe he felt like he had access to it, and since he was like bleeding into it essentially, or Super Saiyan was bleeding into him, he could just access it at this point to kind of get the upper hand. But it's kind of low-key, but it fits, honestly. It fits Bardock and his character, especially since we got hints of it in the last couple of episodes, which you guys should check out in the description below in the top comment.
You're going to pay for that? I'll never forgive you! With this final attack, I'll send you to hell! I don't care even if I destroy this planet! As long as you're reduced to ashes! Prepare yourself!
He can't be serious. I think it's about high time I got the hell out of here.
Yo, that foot soldier, the random guy that's just watching, is like one of my favorite characters at this point. He's hilarious. He's like, why am I sitting here watching this again? Like, this could actually be dangerous. And the fact that the commander is willing to destroy his emperor's home world just to kill Bardock because he punched him and transformed or whatever. Honestly, I would kind of want to see what the consequences are for this guy if he did destroy this planet. Like, is the emperor just sitting there in his throne and then the planet gets dissolved around him and he's just floating in space? And he's like, what the hell just happened? Like, I kind of wanted to see that. So, Super Saiyan beats Kaioken. This guy wasn't even a fraction of what the power of Bardock is in Super Saiyan transformation. Like, he disintegrated that death ball instantly and then completely took him out of the fight, took this commander out of the fight right away. Like, this Super Saiyan Bardock is a complete beast.
Delil.
What's happening to me? I can't control this power. It's too strong for my body to handle. Not good.
Brother, why are you here?
That was close. It came at just the right time. You should be careful.
I didn't ask for your help.
Look at you. You can barely stand. We must get back to headquarters.
I fucking loved that. I love these guys, these commanders. First of all, they're brothers, so this whole thing seemed believable because Bardock was going in for the kill, and the green one, he knew it, and so he came, and just at the worst possible time, transformation of Super Saiyan is too much for Bardock to handle, and like, that is such a cold open that he didn't even waste any time. I love this because it's showing us other species in the universe that are either on the same page as a regular Saiyan, like a base form Saiyan, or can go as strong as that Super Saiyan. I like that because in regular Dragon Ball, literally Super Saiyans and Saiyans is usually the strongest ones. That's what everybody really focuses on, and so in this animation, we get to see what other races can do and how strong they can be against Saiyans. It's awesome.
Commander Delil wasn't strong enough to crush those insects down. Luckily, his brother was there to help. Tell me, Juja, did you ask him to keep the Saiyan alive?
I did. I think we may need them alive.
Interesting. Are you saying they could possibly be helpful?
That's correct, Lord Berg. One of them could have what we need. I felt the same power as him. If that's the case, we could take a step forward in your projects. And Your power will be beyond anything else in this universe. With your permission, I'd like to go see him and shed some light on the situation. That way I can confirm if he's the one I think he is.
Do as you wish, then come back and report to me. I do hope you're right about this Saiyan.
So I don't know if you guys know this or have been paying attention to my last 2 videos, but Juja is the blue one. He betrayed the Saiyans, and Mondo Cool, one of my boys, he actually voices him. And this is like, when I heard him, before I heard him and it just kind of sounded like this character Juja, this is the first time that I can actually hear Mondo's voice in this character. So yeah, it's really cool to hear that. But now we get to see what the plan actually was for the Saiyans, that Lord Berg actually attacked the Saiyans, let them live, let them want revenge, because he's looking for a Super Saiyan to come and hunt him down, so that way he can use his power to do whatever he's doing with that guy in the tank. Basically, more than likely trying to create an android, which I think having space androids, like say like the Frieza Force or other androids like OG-73, have them be more proliferant inside the Dragon Ball universe is a plus for me.
Your Highness, I have bad news to report. The device on Bardock's combat suit doesn't respond anymore.
Could that mean it's been destroyed by the enemy?
I'm afraid so, and he also forgot to take his medicine with him. I fear the worst for the success of this mission. We need to send some backup to help them out.
This situation is bad. I shall not rest until I get my revenge. I will take care of everything, personally.
It's always fun to hear myself in animation format. I'm the old man, if you guys didn't know, in this. But now we get a little bit more on what's going on in the court, because remember, this is a special mission against a evildoer or a adversary that could wipe out the Saiyans completely. So it's cool to get this sort of scene from the Emperor himself, and I would assume his vizier, his advisor. And now we know that Bardock, he needs some medicine for some reason. Maybe he has a heart virus, maybe there's something wrong with him, I don't know, but it's interesting to add on to this.
They think I'm down for the count, but I'm still here. They're back so soon? No. Impossible. It can't be him. I won't believe it. No. No! Why him? Why? Why would he be here? Am I dreaming?
It's a really cool entrance for Juja. The only thing that I can think of is that either Bardock knew Juja, knew he was helping the same people, and now sees him here and is like, what the hell, are you betraying us, kind of thing? Or he knows the abilities of Juja, which in this kind of makes it seem like he does something with hypnosis or illusions, hallucinations. So that's something that Bardock's not very good at, and maybe that's why he's scared, or at least, you know, a little bit worried about this fight.
That was really close. I thought I was finished. It's a good thing old Nesmir had it all planned. I feel different. As if a new energy was flowing through my body. They say that when a Saiyan comes close to death, his power increases substantially, and today I witnessed this truth.
Okay, I see what they're doing here. Zephyr, the most overhyped Saiyan in Dragon Ball Ancestor, is going to get a power-up because of a Zenkai boost, essentially. And honestly, it makes sense because he did basically get dropped really fast in an episode or two ago. But still, I think it's funny that this was their top-tier guy besides Bardock, and he still couldn't complete the task. He wasn't even close.
You're saying the other Saiyan was able to recover from his fatal injuries using medication?
Indeed. I helped create it when I was still living on planet Vegeta. However, the resources to make it are extremely scarce.
He's of no use to us. It would have been better if Apollo had finished him off. One of you volunteer to go out there and take him out.
I will get the job done. I'm in need of some exercise in any case.
Careful, Lumen. This species gets stronger after every battle.
There's nothing to worry about, Tico. He is just a Saiyan, after all.
This scene shows that Duja was on the planet Vegeta, for quite some time, and he was actually helping out the Saiyans to the point where they had like a symbiotic relationship with this guy. He was giving them technology, he was giving them pills, he was giving them a new way of living, it becomes stronger and become faster through the relationship that they have with him, and in return, this is what the outcome is, a Super Saiyan that Lord Burr could take advantage of. And I also like the two new guys that are coming on board. Lupin and Tico, they look like something that comes out of Street Fighter, so I cannot wait to see them on the field.
I still don't know if what I saw was real. Was it really him? Or hallucination? It feels so strange. I'm not ruling out any possibility. But if it really was him I saw, I will make him pay for what he did to me.
Alright, so Duja has a personal relationship with Bardock, or at least something happened between them that basically made Bardock shit his pants. So honestly, I don't really know where this is going, because I figured Duja was basically with the king, the emperor of the Saiyans the entire time, and Bardock is relatively new to court, so I want to see what the relationship actually was, unless Duja got wind of Bardock first and then tried to seek him out, because remember, they're searching for Bardock, the Saiyan of 1,000 years.
I've got to get to Bardock.
Huh. Looks like I found you.
So, you're my next victim. Any last words before I kill you?
Okay, this guy said that shit with his whole chest, forgetting the fact that he's been useless up until this point. Hilarious.
How amusing. I was just about to tell you the same.
Your friend took me by surprise. That's not going to happen again. This is an opportunity to test my newfound strength.
This guy looks pretty sure of himself for someone who's just been crushed.
Let's go! Take this!
Diamond Fist!
He's tougher than I thought. But I have to try to save my strength for what comes next.
Zephyr and Lupin are actually equally matched in this combat, and the way that Zephyr fights, to me, seems like it's more of a close combat, almost like he's trying to break his guard type of fighting stance, which I honestly didn't expect from a guy like this, seeing as how in the first skirmish with BARDOCK he was using Ki Blast and things like that. So I want to see him incorporate more of that, but he does have hands. I don't know how strong Lupin is, I don't know how much of a Zenkai he got, but he's actually holding his own up until this point. He's holding his own a lot better than BARDOCK did in the last episode, which if you guys haven't seen it, make sure you go ahead and check it out. Links in the description below and top comment.
Huh?
Eat this! What?
Oh, okay, did you guys see that? Basically what ended up happening is that Lupin was so close to him that he ended up using a Ki Ball at close range, but just the expansion of the Ki Ball itself is what pushed Zephyr back, and that's what he's holding back right now, or struggling to hold back. Looks like the tables have turned a little bit. It's not really that even. Zephyr is kind of on the back foot here, which makes sense. I mean, again, he's been getting his ass whooped the entire season, but at the same time, Lupin is using a lot of the same moves that Zephyr's using, but he's using them a lot smarter, and this Ki Ball thing, mwah, that was great. I love seeing that.
Is that all that you've got? This is the end!
I'm not gonna lose against you! Ah!
Alright, I am a sucker for Ki Beam struggles, guys. I love these things. I love them ever since they were in Dragon Ball Z, and when I used to play the video games, and I feel like Dragon Ball does not have them anymore. I don't remember the last time we saw that in the anime or the manga, and even fan animations really don't showcase Ki Beams that often, or Ki struggles that often, and in this we finally got like a really cool one that's so reminiscent of Goku versus Vegeta. Even the attack that Zephyr did, it looked like a golden Gallic gun. It looked like something that in its initial setup looked a lot stronger than a Kamehameha wave when it first gets shot out. So honestly, I am actually very impressed with this fight sequence. I love the fact that key struggles were added into it, and I'm excited to see more of these key beam struggles in the future.
Let's move on to a more interesting topic. You went to see the Saiyan for yourself. Tell me, have we finally found the one that's compatible after all these years?
Good news, Lord Berg. It's him, alright. With that Saiyan's help, we should be able to awaken his strength.
Huh. How funny! He came to me on his own. I wouldn't have to go to their miserable planet again. We must seize this opportunity. Do not under any circumstance let him leave this planet. Spread the word to everyone.
There is something else. There's a ship that just landed on the planet. I've already asked Commander Tico to go to the landing site and get rid of this intruder.
Well, it seems there's some really strange things going on lately.
So what Bardock did see was not just a mirage or a hallucination of Juja, it was actually him checking up on this Saiyan to see exactly if this is the one that they've been waiting for. Now Bardock remembered Juja, and Juja didn't seem to really remember him, so this could be a one-way street where, you know, Bardock remembers maybe the betrayal or something along those lines, and Juja just sees him as another Saiyan or something along those lines. Lord Berg is not really on my most positive side when it comes to characters. I feel like he's extremely bland, and I feel like at the same time, he just doesn't know what's going on most of the time, so he just seems like bumbling a buffoon. But this new character, I thought it was the King at first, or the Emperor, but it looked a little bit different, but it could still be the Emperor. So if it is the Emperor, I would love to see him in action. The father, or I believe maybe grandfather of King Vegeta, I would love to see exactly how he fights.
You managed to survive the explosion. I'm impressed.
It's a shame you ran into an elite soldier who won't give up so easily.
It's true that for a Saiyan, you're not half bad.
I'm gonna have to pull out all the stops. I'd better get rid of him quickly, before being spotted by other enemies.
This should be interesting.
I wanted to save my strength for the coming battles, but he left me no choice! You better be ready.
I think this is the moment, this is the episode where I can finally see the difference in the animation style for Metwalik that we basically got in Saitama versus Goku, because Saitama versus Goku is a very highly detailed, very fluid and highly visceral type of animation that just flows so well, flows like water, and seems extremely professional. Up to this point in Dragon Ball Ancestor, we've seen animation style that seems like basically Saitama versus Goku, but it still seems a little raw. This transformation scene, or this power-up scene from Zephyr, one of the characters in Ancestor, this is where I finally see the transformation from Atwalik and his early days of animating to what we see right now in Saitama versus Goku. This is professional animation at its finest. And one other thing, I absolutely love the power-up scene. Not a transformation, not a new form, it literally just is a power-up from Zephyr in his original form, and he's still in his original form, but now his power has been boosted 3 times over. This is extremely exhilarating animation with a really cool premise behind it.
What the?
Not over yet!
Yeah, let me play that again. Did you see that? He literally moved the key ball out of this dude's hand and threw it away. It's like, give me that, yoink, and threw it right out over his shoulder. That was really cool. It was almost like a football pass, and he completely dodged any sort of destruction from that key blast. The fighting is better, the action is better, the punches are better, the blasts are better. This is just all around better animation than we've gotten so far in this story. I absolutely love it.
Is he really that powerful? More than you can imagine. How have you managed to keep his body well all these years? It was originally on the planet of the Saiyans. Oh yes, it's true that you used to live there. At the time, it wasn't very populated. And had a climate suitable of preserving his body naturally. But over the years, the Saiyans began to proliferate and develop. The climate of planet Vegeta was going to adapt accordingly. And so his body was in danger of being damaged? That's exactly right, Rufus. His cryonics were the only thing saving him from death at the time. But global changes were trending towards global warming. If the body was lost, it would have been impossible to take advantage of his strength. I see. That's when you started looking for another place. That's correct. We've traveled the universe with that in mind. And we finally got our chance on planet Iceberg. I'd never seen a planet as cold as this one. It was perfect, so we decided to set up on it. And look, today he's even in a healing machine. He's doing well. And soon his power will be with us.
So Juja is the one that was living on planet Vegeta, or whatever planet Vegeta was called at this time, but he's basically an ally that betrayed the Saiyans. Now, in this scene there are two different characters. And remember, Mondo is the voice of Juja, but I'm almost positive Mondo is also the voice of the other guy that's in this scene. So honestly, without seeing both of them, I mean, no disrespect to Mondo because he's doing a great job with Juja, it sounds extremely similar, both voices, so it's kind of hard for me to tell which one's which. But trust me, as somebody who's tried to make several unique voices in one scene, it's just very difficult. One thing I do like about this scene is the explanation of who this guy is that Lord Berg is extremely interested in, because we do get it explained. Basically, this guy was on that planet originally and he was frozen in time, and now they are saving him on this planet and probably using or trying to use the energy of a Super Saiyan to revive him or whatever the case is. But that just gives us a huge hint as to who he is. It is basically Yomoshi. This is going to be Yomoshi. I haven't seen ahead of this. There's only one more episode besides this that's out right now, but I'm almost positive that this is Yomoshi. I mean, who else is going to be? It just makes sense that it would be. And I like how it's almost like a storyboard, or like it's like he's telling a story in this. It's really cool that way. And on top of that, I love the song behind it. But yeah, this is basically Yomoshi, honestly.
Welcome to Planet Iceberg. I've been waiting for you.
I'm Emperor Vegeta, but you probably already know that. You didn't come all the way out here just to say hello.
I'm afraid there's no avoiding a face-off. I can't go against my orders.
I see what's wrong with you, but I'm in a hurry. I have some unfinished business with Lord Berg. If you plan on blocking my way, you're going to know my wrath.
I've been waiting a long time for an opponent who could defeat me.
You can rest in peace, because this place shall become your grave.
If you can free me from my ordeal, I would be grateful.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna hold my punches. You better do the same.
I couldn't have asked for a better answer.
Are you ready? Don't keep me waiting.
Besides Bardock, Emperor Vegeta is obviously my favorite character. He has the gravitas in every scene, sounds exactly like Vegeta in the dubbed version of Dragon Ball, and I love his design. It looks really royal. It looks like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and in this scene, honestly, I love his stare down with this guy, because this guy is one of the top fighters on this planet, so he's not any pushover at all. But the coolest part about this is the transformation or the power-up that we got. We got a huge Saiyan power-up at the beginning of this episode with Zephyr, but this guy is getting basically a different type of power-up. No yelling, no screaming, no explosion. It literally is just electricity coming off his body, but you can tell that he has powered up, that he has gotten stronger, and I love the variety of power-up and power-up moments in this anime.
Take this!
What?
Take this!
Get wrecked! Take this!
The explosion effects in the clouds are just so deliciously cloudy. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it looks like a professional anime. It looks like Studio Bones made this actually. But honestly, the really cool thing about the fight scene here is that it seems like a heavyweight boxing championship. It seems like these are two heavyweight boxers, and at one point they're even just standing there boxing at each other, which I thought was pretty cool. The funny thing is, I think that Etoile, like, you probably should get a little bit more diverse dialogue when they're fighting, because I believe they both said take this several times at each other, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, something different would be a little bit, you know, more, give it more variety for this scene. But either way, the fight scene itself, like, you don't even think about that stuff. I do, because I'm a reviewer.
Tornado! Jack!
He's way too powerful. I have no choice but to use this technique. Ha! An opening!
Zephyr's opponent waited for that opening beautifully, and the animation portrayed that. You got to see the glint in his eye, the electricity that was coming off of it, because that is the visual representation of the opening that he saw. But then he becomes enveloped in that ki, and that ki is fast enough for him to get a direct hit on Zephyr. The back and forth in all these fight scenes have a way about them that actually make a lot of sense and are really interesting to watch. They're all very, very different, and I'm honestly warming up to Zephyr as a character. I mean, that tornado kick at the beginning, that was really cool, and I would love to see more of that in actual Dragon Ball, where they're actually using abilities and they're naming techniques in their fight sequences instead of just punching and kicking randomly.
You can be proud of yourself. You're going to be the first to witness this technique. But you're going to pay for this with your life.
There's something weird about this energy sphere. Impossible. I have the same feeling as when...
I'm going to teach you the true meaning of power!
Wow, did this guy literally use an attack, a key ball, to initiate a transformation for himself? It's not anything different than what we saw where Vegeta used the key ball to transform into an Uzaru to mimic a moon, but this is a little bit more intense. It's a little bit more personal because he uses the key ball to mesh with him. He becomes the key ball and the key ball becomes him, and that is what initiates the transformation. If Zephyr was smart enough and knew exactly what was going on, he could have stopped this from happening a long time ago by stopping the key ball from being formed, which honestly, to have this being a transformation, it is a detriment. It is something that could be turned against him because you could easily stop him from transforming, but with Zephyr not knowing, this guy transformed.
Dawn of a new era. Come
Bro, are you kidding me? Dragon Ball Ancestor finally has an intro, and it is a banger, guys. That was one great way to start an episode.
Go hide yourself! They're coming! What do you want? Leave us alone! It had to be him. I'm sure he was real. I'm not leaving this planet until I've settled things with him. But I have a mission to complete. I'll deal with him right after. I have to find Zephyr. I hope he didn't meet that green guy. He was pretty tough. Let's go.
So we finally got our first indication here and a scene from Bardock's childhood where he is the Saiyan that the Cold Dynasty has been looking for this entire time, and they ended up what seems to be killing his own father. So Zephyr and Bardock are on a mission here, and it looks like they may have bit off more than they can chew because they were waiting for the Saiyans to come to the planet. They were waiting specifically for Bardock to come to the planet, and I'll be honest, I don't see Zephyr getting out of this alive at all.
His form, it's changed. This darkness, could he possibly?
Behold! My newfound power! I am now an invincible superior being! I have assimilated the light of day and made its power my own. I admit that you are a strong opponent, and that you gave me a hard time. But now, you don't have a chance! Don't worry, I promise to bury your corpse, if there is anything left of it.
He's actually serious. His power, it's increased so much that even the air is heavy. And with that new form of his, this isn't looking good. How? How could such a monster exist?
First, the Twalig, yes, the animation, the voice acting, the special effects, sound effects, everything is just lining up so perfectly, and such a huge transformation from the first episode. I commend you. This is amazing stuff here. This is an amazing piece of art, and I absolutely love you for this. The fact that you were able to make your own anime, Dragon Ball anime, original even, and then at the same time work on Goku versus Saitama, it still baffles me. Now, when it comes to what's going on here, Zephyr is kind of still on my shit list from his previous episodes, where I don't think that he was the best character at all, and he had made really the best choices in those episodes, and he still keeps making dumb choices, to the fact that he basically kind of let this guy transform similar to Vegeta. I am surprised though that he can sense his power without a scouter, because Saiyans can't do that. Nobody really can do that besides the Earthlings. So I'm hoping that gets expanded on, and there's an explanation in there somewhere.
With this kind of power, he'll outlast me if the fight goes on too long. But if I go all out right from the start, I might just have a chance. What a monster! What happened? My attack just disappeared right in front of him.
Alright, wait, time out. Huge fan of key balls basically manifesting themselves around your key. That is something I haven't seen before. That's pretty cool. It's not coming from your hands, your mouth, or your feet. Literally, the aura around you is creating key balls. Something that we've only seen really high-level users of key or god-level beings be able to use in a sense. I mean, Beerus basically used it in his battle against Goku. Still really cool to see, though. This guy absorbs light. He absorbed the light of the day. Makes sense that he absorbed the key balls that are basically life energy, the light inside somebody's body. But now I'm kind of pinpointing where Zephyr's accent, at least his new accent, because that's not how he sounded before. I can pinpoint now what it sounds like. It sounds like the old Vegeta accent.
What happened? My attack just disappeared right in front of him.
It's over 9,000!
Sounds like that.
His hair, it's become even brighter. It feels like his speed is increased. And his power too.
Yo, that was a savage hit. This knockoff Super Saiyan is definitely giving Zephyr a run for his money, I'm telling you.
Lord Berg, our radars indicate that there is fighting going on in 2 places in the planet Iceberg. Commander Lumen is fighting the Saiyan who has been cured with a medicine. Also, the scans reveal that Commander Lumen's power has just jumped and is now much higher than usual.
What? Lumen used a secret weapon to fight one of those lowly apes.
And Commander Tico is fighting against the intruder that has just arrived on the planet. He seems to be having trouble gaining the upper hand.
It seems I've surrounded myself with incompetence.
Lord Berg, I spot another force on the move. It is the wanted Saiyan called BARDOCK. He's heading towards Commander Tico.
Damn it.
Yo, I feel for Commander Berg because nothing has gone right in this entire situation for him. I mean, he's been looking for this Saiyan, this Super Saiyan supposedly for a very, very long time now, and it's literally right under his nose. The guy's right there. Now he's got this plan to bring them all to his planet, and yet they seem to be stronger than what he anticipated, and his minions seem to be far weaker than what he thought. Except for, you know, the light of Lumen, who basically has a new transformation that he didn't know anything about. That is basically like a knockoff Super Saiyan, kind of, at least the way it looks. So I do feel for Berg here. He's surrounded with incompetence.
What is that noise? It sounds like there's a fight going on in that direction. Maybe it's Zephyr. I should take a closer look. But this is Emperor Vegeta! What's he doing here?
BARDOCK? He is alive?
There's just something so beautiful about the fact that because we have no Super Saiyan transformation, no God form, there's nothing like that, the story has to surround itself around the power that these Saiyans already have in them, in their base form. So whatever they have in their base form, that's what we're using, and it just feels more raw, more visceral. Like Goku doesn't have to go through 20 different transformations to showcase each and every one of them to a new person. It is basically just a boxing match between two titans trying to throw each other into mountains. It's fucking fantastic.
You don't look good, Delil. Did a simple Saiyan beat you like this?
He was quite strong, but I still had the advantage over him. But then, all of a sudden, he turned, and his hair turned golden. His power increased tenfold, and that's when my brother stepped in.
I see. So he's able to transform into a Super Saiyan.
Super Saiyan? What are you talking about, Juja?
These people are a warrior race. They use any excuse to fight.
But they're an inferior race. They can't compete with us.
Indeed. But some of them develop extraordinary fighting abilities through multiple transformations. In that case, they should be considered a serious threat.
Multiple transformations, you say? If his power was scary with one transformation, I can't even imagine what it would be like if he could gain more. What's so funny?
If you're afraid of a simple Super Saiyan, then you should know we're looking at the most powerful Saiyan that has ever existed, Yamoshi. His level is far beyond anything you can imagine. He is the only living being to have reached the level of Super Saiyan God.
A Super Saiyan God? Now what's that?
It's a creature that surpasses everything. Long ago, surrounded by 5 fellow Saiyans, Yamoshi awakened to the rank of Super Saiyan God and fought his own race in a great war. He was outnumbered by his enemies, exhausted and defeated. But during his retreat, he collapsed in an icy, hellish landscape, and his body was trapped in a frozen coffin for hundreds of years, in a state between life and death. I watched over him all that time, until he migrated to the iceberg planet.
So you're telling me that this guy has a power beyond anything we know, and you want to bring him back to life?
That's right. Lord Berg is planning to use his strength to become the most powerful in the universe.
But Lord Berg is already the strongest in the universe. Why does he need more power?
That's not quite true. There are 2 warriors he must stay away from. The demon Majin Buu and the god of destruction Beerus. Both Yamoshi's power. Even the gods won't be able to stop him.
I see. So how will you bring Yamoshi back to life?
With the blood of a Saiyan of his lineage, bearing vast combat abilities if possible.
You mean the one I fought? BARDOCK?
That's right.
I want to take revenge on him. He won't get off so easy next time. But for now, I have to go heal myself.
Medical machine has been prepared for you.
What?
You will be more useful to me dead than alive.
I knew that was Emoshi. I knew it. I knew that was him because it is the only thing that made sense from the last episode, that he is the one that they are seeking, the power inside the crystal. They're looking to find the descendant, which is BARDOCK, to awaken Yamoshi. I'm assuming they have some way, some sort of ability or machine that will take the power, the god powers that Yamoshi has, and place it on Berg. But Berg basically can do it on his own if he only knew that he had to go in a time chamber or had to go in the spirit room in time or somewhere to train for a little bit. He can get that level of power, but no, he doesn't want to train. He wants to take the shortcuts and take the mythological and dormant power of a half-dead, half-alive Saiyan. I think that this story is surrounded by such a cool mystique to it because of Yamoshi. Yamoshi makes everything unknowable. We don't know what this guy is. Maybe he has a vendetta against the Saiyans. Maybe he will side with Berg. Who knows? Honestly, my favorite part though was Mondo's character. Mondo Cool plays Juja. How he basically took this guy out relatively easily. I mean, the guy was damaged, but he took him out relatively easily and lit his cigar in the process. Tell me that wasn't badass.
His skin! What is going on? I feel a demonic energy coming out of this black aura.
This guy must be another of Lord Berg's commanders. He looks pretty strong.
What?
I gotta get a word in edgewise here. Besides all the amazing looking key abilities, key attacks, color gradient, and just the flashiness of all the moves, Emperor Vegeta here is getting his ass solidly rocked. He is doomed at this point now if BARDOCK doesn't intervene. I think it would be kind of interesting to see if he actually died in this by just a henchman from one of Cold's army. This guy, his evil aura, each one of these henchmen or these lieutenants, whatever you want to call them, has a cool power, cool backstory, something interesting about them. I just wish we got more of this than just this solid focus on the Saiyans that we keep getting in Dragon Ball. I feel like we deserve more characters that have cool abilities and cool techniques and cool histories.
BARDOCK!
I told you Emperor Vegeta was in trouble without Bardock. I fucking told you. There ain't no way Emperor Vegeta was making his way out of this. He was at death's door. He was looking at Saitama's $1 million punch, and that shit was gonna rock his ass unless Bardock intervened.
What the?
How dare you interrupt my fight? Did I ask for your help? Stand back immediately and don't interfere anymore. Final Flash!
It's happening again. It's as if a curse is being dissipated. Could it be because I'm fighting a Saiyan?
If Dragon Ball Super comes back and does not have this level of animation, it has failed. This is fan-made, guys, and it is stellar, jaw-dropping, just a marvel to look at. It is amazing what they've accomplished here. These attacks, these fights, that beam struggle, the way that Lumen just absorbs all the attacks, it's all so gorgeous, man, so beautiful. And I knew that Emperor Vegeta was gonna punch Bardock right in the face. That's where the rivalry started, because Bardock tried to save Emperor Vegeta, and it makes sense. He's the Emperor and Bardock is basically a subordinate, but at the same time, these are Saiyans, so he ain't gonna let just Bardock come in and essentially save his ass and completely step on his honor. Absolutely not. Bardock needs to learn his place.
What? Disappeared again? Wait a minute. That's it! He's not only absorbing the daylight, but also the light of my blasts. I was right. He's getting stronger with every attack he absorbs.
Bro, Zephyr, tap out already, man. How did you not get that? You should have gotten that like 30 minutes ago, bro.
His hair, it's lightened again. I have to find something. But he's stronger than me in hand-to-hand combat. And my blasts only increase his power. I've got an idea. If I fire an attack at him from the front, he'll definitely absorb it again. But he'll be wide open while he's focused on the blast.
What the?
What?
Ah!
Bro, I can't with Zephyr, man. I really can't. How did you think that was gonna work? You could have at least fucking grabbed him or something, or punched him, or if you were strong enough and put all your strength and your ki into one point at the end of your fingers, you could have just spliced your arm right through his body, something. But what the hell was that? He could have absorbed both of them if he really wanted to. He just got out of the way because he's fast enough. This guy, Zephyr, man.
How can this be? How can it end like this? I am Zephyr, great Saiyan warrior. But I have failed. I'm sorry, Emperor Vegeta. Wait, what's happening? This feeling.
My body is now emitting 17 million cell units of blood waves, and I have just reached the maximum amount of life my body can absorb. Your contribution is appreciated, and to thank you, I will give you a worthy death. Your cries of agony, they're music to my ears. Look unto me, as my power is matched only by my beauty. I am as bright as the sun.
I knew the energy emanating from his body felt familiar. Hey, freak! This light that you're so proud of will be your downfall. You, a son! Don't make me laugh. You're a moon. And that's going to cost you.
What?
What? Okay, that was fucking sick, guys. I have to say that was really cool. That, you know what? I think it's that Zephyr transformation absolutely broke me. That Great Ape transformation absolutely broke me, because this guy who is basically absorbing light transforms himself into a moon. He's even emitting blood waves. He doesn't know anything about the Saiyans apparently. It doesn't know that they transform into great apes. And then that's a cool, that was a cool way to bring a great ape transformation. It's a cool character for a Saiyan to fight. And if the great ape is not only animated but portrayed with this power on a similar or even greater plateau than what this luminous guy is, then this is going to be a great next episode, guys. Episode 7. Can't wait to see the trailer for it. This was amazing. Bravo. I am floored. That was a great ending.
Subscribe for more content.